And go live right there. Here we go. Getting ready to rock and roll right now. We are live on 2 spots right now. Let me shrink that out a little bit. See if I can get that good view right there. I think that works. Nope, I like it better here. Well, I think that'll work right there. Okay, we're live on 2 models here. We are live on YouTube and we are live on TikTok as we're getting ready to record a new show of the BAM podcast. So I'm going to clap. We're going to get started, start crushing it. Things are going to start happening. It's going to be exciting. We got a lot to cover. So let me take a sip of the drink here as we get ready to get started. Okay. So live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Here we go. BAM podcast. I'm going to kick off right now. Here we go. Bam! Welcome to the BAM podcast. That's right. Business, attitude, and money. It's your top 3 sales, entrepreneurship, motivation, inspiration. Do a BAM Karate Kick podcast. I'm talking on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Castbox, anywhere you want to get your podcast, download it, get it, start jamming. We have got the BAM podcast being in the top 3 right now, and we are super excited and getting better every single day. So I appreciate all the subscribers out there following us, getting the downloads and paying attention to what we're doing. So I have got a live going on TikTok right now and a live going on right now on YouTube as well. So make sure you check it out. You can also follow me at Instagram at Jayson Waller BAM. That's right, Jayson Waller BAM. Now, today's show is going to be epic. I am super excited. This show will come out on the podcast next week or the week after. It really depends. But we are going to cover right now some things called 10 things to be a better person. That's right. What kind of person are you? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel great about who you are? Do you feel like you've achieved everything you were supposed to achieve yesterday? Do you feel like you gave gratitude to those that needed gratitude? Do you feel like that you gave 110% on every task you had yesterday? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that you gave 110%. I would bet nuts to bolts, baby, that you did not give 110% on everything you did yesterday. You can go by and sit there and analyze, and I don't want you to waste your time analyzing yesterday. I want you to focus on today. I made a post earlier today on the Instagram talking about living in the present. You don't want to live in the past. The past has anxiety, has stress, has depression. The future has anxiety, has stress. All these things. You live in the present, you enjoy the moment. So I want you to focus and listen right now in the present and pay attention to what I'm saying. I've got 10 ways, 10 hacks here to help you become a better person. And it's simple shit. It's simple things that you can do in life, but you've got to pay attention. You've got to listen down, grab a pen or paper, take your phone out, do the notes, whatever it is, I want you to listen up, okay? Because I work on this stuff with all the people in my mastermind, right? The Battlefield Attitude Mastermind, the BAM Mastermind I've got going. I teach and work with people on how to become a better person, on how to better their life, on how to focus forward, on how to not live in the past or live in the future, but focus on the present. So we're going to start with the 10 things right now. The number 1 thing you can do to live a better life is stop the blame game. That's right. Stop the blame game. Throw away the blame cards. Take responsibility for your actions. It was you who ate that last slice of pizza last night. Own that shit. It was you who decided we were on a diet and you wanted to eat candy. You put it in your mouth. Own it. It was you who didn't make that phone call. It was you that didn't knock on that next door. It was you that didn't close that deal. It was you that cut the corners and cheated the system and didn't do the right things. You have got to own it. No blame game. You've got to own your shit. You want to be a better person, you've got to own it. You got to say, look, that's on me. That one's on me. The blame game, I fucked up. And look, we all make mistakes. We all have issues. We all aren't perfect. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm going to make you perfect. My goal is to make you better, and I want to make myself better. So I listen to some of my own stuff, but I want you to listen up. These 10 things, number 1 thing, the blame game. Throw it away. No more pointing fingers. If you don't like where you are today, that's a reflection of you. If you don't like the results you got, that's a reflection of you. You control your map. You write your map. You dictate your destiny. Nobody else. You can't sit here and blame everybody else. You can't blame your race. You can't blame your gender. You can't blame the fucking community you grew up in. You can't blame the past. You can only blame what's in front of you, which is right now, which is the present. And it's time to own your shit and start to focus forward. The best part, my man Steve Harvey says it all the time, is you can literally ruin your entire life multiple times over and start over and build the best life ever. You have that chance right now. So you can work on that right now. So being a good person, number 1 thing, the blame game. Throw those cards away, start taking ownership. Number 2, Kindness karate. That's right. Hi-ya, kindness karate. I got my BAM flying kick out there all the time. And why do I do it? Because I knock out that negativity with acts of kindness. Remember, a compliment a day keeps the grumpy away. Think about that. You can sit there and tell somebody, hey, you look really nice today. Hey, I like the way you smell today. Hey, you're doing a great job today. Hey, dude, you really crushed that today. Hey, I love your post today. All of those things that you can do. What's up, boo? Bam! I love the cowboy hat. All of those things that you can do on the kindness karate is you can give compliments out there to people to make them feel better. It's important. And listen, I struggle with that sometimes. I get stuck in my own minutia. I get stuck in my own shit. I get stuck in not being the best person I want to be. And then I lay in bed and I reflect and I'm like, damn, I could have done this. I could have done that. I should have done this. I should have done that. And this is really up to you. The kindness karate, I like to tie it into my BAM, flying high energy positive kick, is really a way to go out and show kindness to people. Tell them you appreciate them. Tell them that you appreciate what they're doing. Give an act of kindness every day. Find 2 or 3 people to show kindness to. I promise it is so rewarding. It feels good. And be honest. Don't blow smoke up somebody's skirt. Be honest. Like, you know, people out there busting their ass if you're running a business working for you. Go tell them thank you. Shake their hand. You appreciate what they do. Tell them, maybe it's an old friend that's there when you had problems. Hey, I appreciate you being my friend and being there for me. Or maybe it's somebody that checked in on you and you just were like, shit, I really don't talk to that person. Say, hey, you know what? I really appreciate that you reached out to me. It meant a lot to me in the time of need that I needed it. So make sure, I love you, boo. So make sure that you focus on the kindness karate. So we got number 1, the blame game. Number 2, kindness karate. Here we go. Number 3 thing to be a better person. Positivity power up. Stay positive even when life throws you lemons. Or when your coffee spills on your new shirt on a Monday morning. Either way, and that shit happens to me all the time. I spill shit, spaghetti sauce, coffee, everything. I'm like, shit, my day's ruined. I got to do a hi-ya karate flying kick, and I've got shit all over my shirt, and it's not looking the way I want it to look. I'm not feeling right. Life's throwing me lemons. This business isn't doing as well as it could. These people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm not executing this. This isn't doing this. This isn't growing that. And you get frustrated, and you start to be negative, and guess what happens? When you start to believe the negativity, when you start to see the negativity, when you start to talk about the negativity and you put it out in the universe, fucking negative shit happens. That's what happens. It just continues to be negative. It just continues to harness and fester and grow. So you've got to try to stay positive. I try to surround myself with as many positive people, or listen and watch and follow and be mentored by as many positive people as I can. Now, in life, you're going to have negative people. Some people in my direct family, I love my pops. He's a negative fucking person. You know, sometimes my wife or kids can be negative. I can be negative. And so we have to remind each other, hey, think positive. Don't think negative. When you think negative shit happens. Those are facts. You can't make that up. Science shows that. When you believe it to be bad, it is bad. But when you believe it to be good, it has got a great chance to be good. So you set it up here with the positivity power up. You have got to stay focused. So that's number 4. We got number 1, the blame game. Throw the blame cards away. Number 2, kindness karate. Knock out the negativity. Number 3, positive power ups. Number 4 thing to be a better person. Listening level up. This is where I struggle. Master the art of listening. Yes, it means pretending not to hear your favorite song when someone's talking to you. You ever been in a situation when someone's speaking to you and your ADD kicks in and you're like, uh-huh, mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm. I know I have, and I know you have. So don't try to fucking play innocent. I know you've done it. I've done it. Everybody does it. Everybody you care about's done it. Try to not do that. It is disrespectful. I know I suck at that, and I see myself and I go, shit, I need to put my phone down and really listen and take it in. I'm trying to be a better listener. That's where I struggle. Like, look, all these things I struggle and I got to get better on. That's called the blame game. I ain't going to point fingers and say it ain't me. I get it. But one of the things, the biggest things for me is learning how to listen more, learning how to shut my trapper sometimes and listen to what someone's needing, listen to what someone's wanting, listen to what their issues are, their concerns are, their anxiety is, their goals are, their worries are, and then try to point them in the right direction, to think positive, to power up, to want to do bigger and better in life, to not stay in the hole, to not fall in the quicksand. So you got to be able to master the art of listening. You got to be able to sit there, listen, take it in, and then do something with it, right? Now, number 5, the number 5 thing to be a better person. on this BAM podcast, baby. Business and money, BAM podcast, crushing it right now. Number 5, gratitude grabber. That's right. Cultivate gratitude. Be thankful for small things, like your toaster not setting off the fire alarm this morning. I mean, how many people have damn cooked bacon or put the toaster on, the fire alarm goes off, and you're like, oh, shit. And then you're having to deal with changing batteries out, and it's a nightmare, and the day feels horrible, and you're going through all these things that is just bad. And that's why you got to have that gratitude grabber. You got to be able to show gratitude to the little things. You got to be able to be thankful for the little things. The little things like your hot water heater's working. The little things like your water pressure's working. I was just in Michigan recently, and I was staying at the Townsend, and I love the Townsend. But the damn water pressure was a joke. I felt like I was in an RV taking a shower. It was a nightmare. I'm like, guys, what are we doing here? But I've got to be grateful at least the water's hot. But I'm grateful when I'm at home, the water pressure's high. I'm grateful for my mattress to be the way it is so I can sleep. I'm grateful for, the way my AC works to keep my room cold. I'm grateful. You have got to be a gratitude grabber. You've got to find those little things that you're grateful for, and you got to hold on to them, and you got to show that you're really, really grateful. That's how it has to be. You have to make sure that you are showing that gratification and the gratitude for all those things. Because if not, you're going to miss those small things that equal the big thing that you're thankful for. Think about this. Maybe you started your career recently. Maybe you opened a business and you only did 50,000 last year, 50,000 last month, or 25, whatever it is. And all of a sudden you got to 75,000, or from 20 to 50,000. You can't be pissed that you're not at 1 million yet, or 100,000. You've got to be grateful for where you're at. Like, I'm helping build a couple businesses, and one of those things, it takes time to grow. It took me 2 years almost, a little over 2 years, to be positive, to make money in the business when I opened a solar company. 2 years, for 18, 19 months, I wasn't even getting a paycheck. We were losing money. I was throwing money in it. But you know what? Now in the new businesses, it's like, hey, month 6 or 7, finally going to start making some money. That is a fantastic thing. Why? Because I'm grateful for that. We only lost this, and we started to sell this, and we started to do this. You got to show gratitude and be grateful. I'm telling you, the man upstairs was watching, and he's going to pay attention to your gratification and gratitude you show. Do you appreciate what you've gotten so you can get to the next level, or you being negative and bitching and pointing the finger that you're not where you want to be yet? That's the number one thing that people fail at, is they walk up to the stairs and they look all the way up 150 floors and they go, I can't do it. Or they get to 10 floors and they look back up to 150 floors. They go, it's just too much. And they quit. Don't get stuck into that mindset. Gratitude grabber. You went from floor 1 to floor 2. Holy shit, I conquered 1. Let's go. Went from floor 2 to floor 3. Oh my God, I got 2 or 3 in the bank. Like, you got to show gratitude and be grateful and stay focused on the small things. Okay. So that's 5 of them right now. We got 5 so far to make you a better person. The blame game, throw away the blame cards. Kindness, karate, knock out the negativity with the acts of kindness. Positive, power up. Go out there and be positive no matter what's the life's throwing you lemons. Listening, level up, learning the master listening, gratitude grabber. Here we go. Number 6. Honesty hat. Wear an honesty hat. Remember not to be brutally honest about your friends' questionable fashion choices. Don't go out there and bullshit. And when I mean the honesty hat, bullshit people when they ask you a question. I'll give you an example. Does this look good? I know this may hurt some of the wife's feelings out there and the girlfriends, but you got to be honest. No, that doesn't look good. Like, I'm brutally honest. Sometimes my family and daughters and wife are like, do you want me to lie? Do you want me to say that looks fantastic? What do you want me to do? I want to learn to be brutally honest, and I want people to be brutally honest with me, because I can't grow if I can't have real people tell me real things. I can't get better if I can't have real people tell me real things. If everyone's just giving me lip service, they're not my real friends. If someone's telling you all the time that you're fantastic and great, you want to be around them because they're positive, but sometimes you got to hear the hard stuff. So you need to ask them, hey, if you're my friend, what could I work on to be better? What could I do to be better? What things should I change to elevate and grow a little more? How can I take it to the next level? So really, at the end of the day, you have to be able to, have thick skin and take that constructive criticism, but you got to be able to ask those people for that. And you got to be able to handle that. And it goes the same way. When they're asking, you've got to be able to make sure that they are the kind of personality that can handle that. And you're never just being negative and going down the negative thing. You want to stay positive, but you want to be able to have that honesty hat to make sure that you guys are interchanging constructive criticism. That is very important to be a better person. You need to be able to handle and take and give constructive criticism. Got it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 done. Here we are. We're on the 7th thing you can do to be a better person. Number 7, the generosity gym. That's right. Work out your generosity muscles by giving without expectation. That includes lending your favorite book or lending a hand, doing something for somebody. There's always lending your favorite shirt. And those are little simple, stupid things, but there's always a time where it's like, and I'm guilty of this. People are moving. You ever have this? People like, and I fucking hate moving. And people like, you know what? I'm moving. You want to help me move? No, motherfucker. I can write a check, help get some movers out there. I don't want to go pick up shit and move shit. And that sucks. That makes me not the best person in the world because I don't like to move. I don't like the feeling of moving. I don't like to pick up furniture. I don't like any of that jazz. However, you want to make sure that that you are actually being forthcoming and trying to offer real generosity. Like, let me give a lending hand. Let me give a lending voice. Let me be there for you. There's nothing better than serving. I promise. Like, I'm doing this coaching thing now, and I mean, I'm telling you, I love it. Some of the things that happen in watching these people grow their business or overcome some issues that they're stuck in and help guide them through it, it feels wonderful. I mean, just like when you give to your kids or your wife or your husband, it feels wonderful, right? It also feels wonderful to give to a friend, to help a friend out, to see a smile on somebody's face. Like, especially in the holidays, we like to try to, give back to a couple families, the unfortunate families. Go out there and I get my kids involved. We buy presents for these families so they can be involved. They can see what it's like on their face. They can appreciate that. They can have that gratitude, but it's the generosity that makes that heart really kind. It's important that we do that. Okay. Number eight thing to be a better person, patience potion. Brew a strong patience potion for yourself. It's especially useful when stuck in traffic or waiting for the slowest elevator. How many times, I'm guilty of this with my ADD, where I'm sitting in traffic and I'm like, are you fucking serious? When's this thing moving? Why isn't the traffic moving? What's going on? Why isn't this traffic moving? Why are the cars sitting still? Why aren't we moving? And I'm getting frustrated. It's getting hot. I just did it today. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, we tried to drop off a car and we take another car. We're taking my daughter's car and the top's off and we're riding in it. It's hot as balls. I'm sweating. I'm like, this is disgusting. We're stuck in traffic. I'm like, this is horrible. I've got to learn to be patient, right? One of my other biggest weaknesses is patience. I want to win now. I want to get to the next level now. I want to have, 1,000 people in my mastermind now. I want to be coaching 50 people one-on-one now. I want, all these things you want now. I want these businesses to be doing $10 million a month now, right? And so, I want to make sure Generac, gets sued and they pay the piper for what they did to all those customers now, right? I want all this to end now. There's so many things that you're impatient for, at least for me, that you've got to be able to stop and breathe and be present. Be in the moment, right? Be in the moment, be patient, be in the moment. Understands that patience is a gift, that sometimes you feel like you need to run and really you need to walk. Sometimes you feel like you need to drive and you need to run. Like, just know where you're at in your journey and be patient. There's a plan for you. Stay working that plan and be patient. Number nine to be a better person. Resilience roller coaster. Hop on the resilience roller coaster. It's a thrilling ride with ups and downs, but you're going to come out stronger and you're going to be ready to conquer. Now think about that. How many times do we go up and down in our life? Up and down. This is great. This is great. Shit, this just crashed. Oh my God, life is good. Life is good. Oh, it's not so good. Oh my God, things are so easy. So easy now. They're not so easy. That's part of the resilience. It's building your character, your strength, the ability to be able to overcome issues and tasks and struggles in life. And in order to do those things, you have really got to be able to ride that roller coaster, the resilience roller coaster, and have thick skin and come out on the other side. You can't let it define you. You can't let it crush you. You can't let it take over you. You've got to control that. But you've got to understand that every time that you're in a tough spot, that's a battle. At the end of that battle is a blessing. You've got to put in the work in order to see the light. You've got to walk through the storm, as I say, a buffalo mindset, and be able to go through that storm to see the rainbow and see the sun on the other side. You can't run from your storms. You can't run from your problems. You can't run from your anxiety or depression or your fear. You're going to have to face it. You're going to have to fucking ride that roller coaster and go through it. And on the other end of that, you're going to be a stronger, better person because of it. So quit running from your problems. Quit running from the things that you're scared of. Learn to ride the roller coaster and get over those humps and get to where you need to go. Number 10. Number 10 is a big one. Okay. Number 10 is a big one, and it is humility hummingbird. You got to be like a hummingbird, small but mighty, modest yet confident. No need to be a peacock in a world full of them. Now, let me explain something real quick. Humility and being humble is very key. And there's a difference. You got to be hungry and you got to be humble. So you got to want to succeed in life. You got to want it. You can't just fucking talk about it and be like, yeah, one day. No, not one day, today. Today's the day you're going to change your life and be better. Today's the day that you're going to change and start to conquer things, but you got to be hungry. But you've also got to be humble. I call it like tasteful. Now, I've got a lot of friends, and I'm not going to say names, that are out there that are influencers out there, big celebrity folks out there that tout all of their shit all the time. And some of you may think I tout my shit all the time. And I'm going to go back to what I said in yesterday's podcast that isn't out yet, where I said, listen, for those that talk shit about people having nice shit, it's because they can't buy shit. That's all it is. Anybody says, man, fucker buy a Lamborghini. Why the fuck would he buy a Lamborghini? I'd never buy a Lamborghini. Yeah, you'd buy a Lamborghini, you fuck stick. The reason you don't buy a Lamborghini is because you can't afford a Lamborghini. So don't fucking talk shit to me. I truly believe that. However, I don't want to smear in somebody's face, I've got a Lamborghini, I've got this, ha 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 ha. Where some people I know, they do that shit all the time. And it's like, that's distasteful. So to me, confidence and arrogance, it's a fine line. I like to ride it. I talk about it all the time. I want you to be super confident. I want to be super confident. I want to walk in with swagger. I want to walk with my head up, my chest out. I want to be able to conquer the fucking room. I want to be able that nobody's bigger or better than me, and I'm not bigger or better than them. I am confident. So there's a difference. When you're arrogant, you just think you're above everybody. You're above everything. You don't give a shit. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. I believe I'm the best, but I'm not going to be arrogant. I'm not going to treat people less than. It doesn't matter how much money they have. Doesn't matter what they do for a living. Doesn't matter how many followers they've got. Everybody's equal. Everybody's got shit. Everybody bleeds. Everybody has to wipe their ass. Everybody has pain. That's the way this world works. So when you think that you're above that, you're an asshole and you need to be moved to the other side and start to think about that. You are not above that whatsoever. I don't give a fuck what your status is or how much money you've made. That makes you nothing. That makes you fucking no better than anybody else. But I will say this. Do not apologize for being successful. Do not apologize for having nice shit. If you've worked your ass off and earned nice shit, by God, have your nice shit. Don't let these fucking posers and wannabes and whiners and complainers and these I wish I could, I wish I would people that don't and they just hate. Don't let them dictate you having a nice life and living your life. You fucking earned it. You fucking earned it. Go out and enjoy it and earn it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, they don't say that shit to football players or movie stars. You know why? Because they think they're supposed to make that money. But they say it to hardworking entrepreneurs. Why? Because they know that they have the capabilities. They're not 6'6". They can't run a 4.40. They can't dunk a basketball. They're not the best looking in the world and took all these acting classes and they're in movies. So they think, hey, you're more comparable, relatable to me. I should be doing what you're doing. Fuck you. You shouldn't have it. I want it. That's what happens. And the realistic thing is they can do what you do, but they choose not to. They choose to run their trapper instead, they choose to run their trapper instead of focusing on being better and being bigger in life and taking things to the next level. And so that, I tell you, and I say, you got to have some humility, but you've got to stay hungry. You got to stay confident, but you can't be arrogant. It is a fine line, but I want you to ride it. I want you to be confident. I want you to have swagger. I want you to appreciate the things that you have in life, and it's okay to share them. Just be tasteful when you share them. That's my opinion. That's kind of the play I take, right? I have nice stuff. I want this guy, Johnny, here to know that, hey, you can have nice stuff too. Look, it's okay. And he's like living through me. And he's like, I'm motivated. But then you got this guy fucking, Timmy over here, it's running his mouth. It's like, fuck you, I'd never do that. No, it's because you can't afford that, dude, because we're not on the, you couldn't hold my jock strap. We're not on the same fucking planet. So let's not even talk. You're small time. You're small fry. We're not even the same. So you've got to understand who you're talking to and who you're dealing with. But this whole show today is about being a better person. And in order to be a better person, you have got to focus on several things, right? I simpled it down to 10 simple things. The blame game. Take away the blame cards and start taking responsibilities for your actions. The kindness karate. Knock out the negativity with acts of kindness. Remember to compliment people every single day. Positive power-ups. Stay positive even when the world's giving you lemons. Stay focused. Listening, level up. Master the art of listening. Start listening to people more rather than doing all the talking. Gratitude grabber. Make sure, cultivate gratitude. Be thankful for the small things so bigger things can happen. Honesty hat. Make sure that you're honest about things and being able to take constructive criticism and being able to give constructive criticism. You can't get all upset when people are honest with you. Generosity gym. Work out your generosity muscles by giving without expecting. You should be doing things for people and not expect anything return. You should be able to lend things and be able to help people out when they need it most. Patience potion. Make sure that you are paying attention to things in life and not getting discouraged, and understand, be patient. There's a plan for you. Just don't quit. Stay focused, stay working. And then resilient resilient roller coaster. You've got to be able to ride the roller coaster and be resilient. Have a buffalo mindset. Run through that storm. Deal with adversity. Deal with your struggles. Deal with your anxiety. Fight through it and get to the other side. And then number 10, humility hummingbird. I want you to focus on being humble but hungry. I want you to focus on being confident, not arrogant. You need to be able to stay in line with those things in order to be successful. If you work on these 10 things, and I say this almost every show, write down 5 things that you didn't do yesterday and do them tomorrow. And do that every single day for 30 days and write down 3 things that you're grateful for and show gratitude to, and do that every day for 30 days and talk to me and message me, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, this is great. My life is starting to change. I'm starting to see so many things with love and kindness and excitement, and I'm elevating and other people are elevating me, and I love everything going on. You got to get to that point. You got to you focus on these 10 things and focus on the 5 things you didn't do yesterday. Write them down for tomorrow. Stay positive, stay focused. I want you to have a great day and a great weekend. I want you to love somebody, show kindness to people, stay hungry. Don't let this world break you. You're stronger than this world. You deserve better. You can get better. This is your oyster. Go grab it. Go take it. Do what you've got to do with it. Don't let anybody hold you down. Make sure that you check out, if you're listening to the BAM podcast, that you make sure you subscribe on all the platforms. Check out our Instagram at Jayson Waller Bam and our YouTube channel at Jayson Waller Bam. And then I've got one other thing really to bring up is I've got my new Bam kick, my high flying kick that's starting to be real popular, starting to go viral, it's starting to take off. I just put a contest out there. I'm going to start running contests where people send me their kicks. You got to jump up left leg, hit with the right leg. So if you go ahead and you send me your Bam kicks, I'm going to start giving out winners. My goal is to give out 1 or 2 winners every month, give out a gift card and give out some BAM swag and share their video on my social media of them doing the BAM positive kick. So make sure that you get those to me, DM me on one of the platforms. Stay positive. Make sure that you're hungry. Make sure that you're humble. Make sure that you're confident. Make sure that you're kind. Make sure that you stay, you own your shit. Make sure that you show gratitude and go out and crush it, baby. BAM!